Hey y'all, my next video is going to be about family jokes. And alright, here's my first one. These are jokes that I wrote in my blog. This morning I woke up and could barely walk. Some of you ladies know how that is. I was ovulating, and when that happens, it's a very similar pain to child labor. Your hips feel like they got kicked repeatedly the night before. I still have a little bit of that pain. I hobbled over to my baby and gave him his bottle, and then hobbled over to the fridge for an ice pack. Usually that is the best solution for the pain. You men act like you're so tough. No. You try having women pains for a day and then see how tough you are. It is like hell on earth. Yeah, that's right. This is about my daughters. I would take my daughters to get groceries with them. My 5-year-old girl would take off running up and down the aisles. People would look at me as if to say, "Can't you control your child?" I would want to tell them, "Nope, no I cannot." She was a wild stallion. She had a birthday yesterday. Her name's Serenity. When I was a kid, I would punch my brother in the arm if I got mad at him, which was kind of often. He would laugh and say, "Is that all you got? That tickles." I would get so mad my head could have exploded, because he was calling me weak. Years ago, my cat had kittens in my neighbor's backyard. I probably should have knocked on their front door and asked if I could get my kittens. Nope, I just opened their gate and went in their backyard to get them. The entire time I was looking at all their windows thinking, "Please don't shoot me." Another neighbor was having a party and bumping their music until 1 a.m. one night. I flew paper airplanes in their backyard that said, "Turn your music down." Finally, I had the police tell them to be quiet because my paper airplanes weren't working. They probably hated me after that, but at least it worked. No more music bumping, keeping me awake. That was great. I'm sure some of y'all have had to call the police on your neighbors being too loud. And if you haven't, just know that you can do that if you need to, if you can't sleep. In some apartments I lived in, there was a party going on in the apartment under my apartment. They kept going outside on their deck and being super noisy. I went out on my deck and told them to quiet down. We needed to sleep. They kept being loud, so I poured a bowl of water on their heads. They got quiet after that. Because like our deck, it was like wood, you know, like planks of wood, so there was like cracks in between, like wide cracks, so that's how I was able to pour water over them. That's probably one of the funniest things I've ever done. And it worked. So, that was good. Okay, here's my little spiel about food. You know why we all get fat so easily? Because some of us use food like a sleeping pill. Some use food to get high like on sugar. Some use food like alcohol if they are sad. Some use food to calm down if they are mad. Some use food in place of sex like chocolate. If it's a party, we eat. If it's a funeral, we eat. Eating seems to help with every feeling that we have. If we are feeling lonely, we eat. If other people are around us stressing us out, we eat. And we wonder why the average American is 50 pounds overweight. Now don't feel bad if you are, because I'm probably 50 pounds overweight myself. But I've had 3 kids, so that's my excuse. 2 of my speeding tickets were around a college campus. I wanted to tell the cop, "There are no children running around here. How does this count as a school zone?" But you're not allowed to talk back to the police officers, so I did say that. But I wanted to. I used to speed 15 miles per hour over the speed limit on the freeway. Everyone does in California. But I would feel so sinful doing it. I could just feel like the wrath of the Lord coming down upon me. But I did it anyways. Maybe because I could have died if I got in a wreck going that fast. So I felt bad about it. I always felt God telling me to ease up on that gas pedal. Did I ease up on it? Nope. Just kept driving around feeling guilty 24/7. I bet some of y'all are doing that. Just slow down, okay? My grandpa told me before I got my driver's license, Lisa, it's not a race. And I should have listened to him. I did get in a couple car accidents. One time it was because I was going too fast, but I was trying to follow somebody. But it wasn't that bad. I've never been in a terrible car accident, which is probably why, I get kind of like arrogant out there on the road, going all fast. Okay. So, I like to drink a lot of water. I like to chew a lot of gum. I like to play cards and dance, which sometimes Baptist people, well, they used to say you shouldn't play cards and dance, but that was in the olden times. Although I went to a Christian college and they made us sign a contract that said that, promising that we would not dance the whole time that we went there. And then they had this like pep rally for the basketball team, and they had like a dance team out there, and I was like, hey, they're breaking that rule. They're dancing. It's not okay. It's not fair. I love movies, but wholesome movies are the best. If you watch crazy movies, they might make you go crazy. Yeah, be careful of that. I don't know if I'm sure y'all have noticed some movies can mess with your head, like The Ring. Man, I think I still have nightmares about that movie, and I saw it like 20 years ago. Yeah, that's right. Watch out for those scary movies. The first time I smoked, I was about 12. A bit young, I know. But there is nothing else to do in Nebraska besides piss your parents off by smoking too young. I'm talking about smoking cigarettes, okay? I guess I could say, I have tried marijuana a few times in my life, and this is just a lesson for y'all. Don't do it. It's not fun. I don't think it's fun. You just feel like a zombie. But if you want to feel like a zombie, whatever. Okay, one summer day when I was 13, I drank a lot of beer with my friend. We had a few older friends that liked to drink. That day we had a softball game. Did we stay home like we should have? No, we went to our game drunk. I think we still played okay though. Can't believe I did that. The first time I got wasted drunk was on my 13th birthday. My brother's friend gave us all tons of alcohol. That night I threw up all over my blankets. I promised myself I would never ever get that drunk again, and I never did. And what we drank that night was Aftershock, which is like cinnamon, and I could not stand the smell or the taste of cinnamon for like years after that. So I learned my lesson, but I always felt like I'm glad that God let me learn the hard way, because there haven't been too many times that I've been super drunk in my life, and that's probably why, because my first time was just a terrible experience. Yeah, I guess I have another story about that. Like, me and my friends went out walking on the streets drunk at 13, but it was in a small town, so we were safe, we could do that. But we all passed out in like my neighbor's driveway, or some driveway down the street. My friend kept trying to pick me up. She was like, come on, Lisa, we gotta go back home. But she was drunk, so she couldn't really pick me up. So my head just kept like banging on the driveway cement like over and over. And instead of saying, would you stop that, we were just like laughing about it, But later I was like, what if she like split my head open? Like, that's crazy. You can do some real crazy stuff when you're drunk. So in conclusion, I would just say to y'all, be careful about drinking and be responsible, and just have one drink whenever you drink, and you can do it. God loves you. God bless. Bye.